everyone, this is Fantasy-esque, and welcome to Season 2 of Vampyre Clan in ClanGen. It has been 3 months since I've played this, and my head has been filled with so many other things that it might take a little while to get the hang of this again. But I did a poll in my community posts about what you guys wanted to see next on the channel, and a majority of you voted for this, so here we are. I've decided that Season 2 is going to be 25 episodes long because I'm in the mood for something relatively short and sweet. Now, if there's anything about my gameplay that you are curious about, I will link a Google document you can check out about the way I play, because I do play in a very specific way. I will also leave a link to Season 1 in case you guys want to brush up your knowledge of the story or haven't watched it because somehow you found yourself here first. Before we get into actual gameplay, I feel like we need a quick recap on the premise and our characters. I should probably begin by saying that these cats are not normal, because they are vampire cats transformed into twisted beings after they drank the blood of dead witches. This means that they have an insatiable thirst, which is controlled most of the time, but overcomes them when they come across queens and kittens in the wild, and I think that's only happened once in the past season. The terminology we use for roles in this clan are a little different. Leaders are known as Grand Masters, Deputies are known as Masters, Medicine Cats are known as Nightstalkers, Mediators are known as Whispers, Warriors are known as Mistwalkers, and Apprentices are known as Fledgelings. Currently, we are on the first turn of New Leaf, and it is Moon 72. There are currently 10 vampires living in the clan within the mountain ruins. Grandmaster Bluestar is our current leader and is mated to Master Quietflight. She was previously mated to Burnleaf and has 2 offspring with him, Owlfeather, who is the current Nightstalker, and Sunnytail, who is the current Whisper, in charge of whispering romance between mated vampires to encourage kittens. Master Quietflight was previously mated to a vampire named Hazelpelt and has 2 offspring, Ibis Freckle and Fawnest. Owlfeather is mated to Fawnest and has recently given birth to a male kitten named Eagлекit, so Eagлекit has 3 grandparents currently in the clan: Grandmaster Bluestar, Master Quietflight, and Burnleaf. The current mated couple that everyone is hoping for kittens from is Sunnytail and Ibis Freckle. And then we have Bloomerise, one of our younger Mistwalkers, who is the daughter of a retired and paralyzed vampire named Twilight Fade, who is currently my favorite. He is also the current mate of Burnleaf, and that is our clan summed up. Really quickly, I want to mention that I'm simplifying my playstyle a bit, so I won't be going through the relationship panels like I did in Royal Clan, because I found that really tedious. Some people don't, but I did. I actually had notes I was keeping in the background, but tracking it ended up feeling like homework, and I was starting to dread the episodes. I don't want that this time. I want to just have fun. So unless I'm specifically wanting to check or highlight a certain relationship, I probably won't be looking at the relationship page. Instead, I'll rely on the interactions we see the cats have with each other, plus the events that happen in patrols. Okay, let's dive into gameplay. So first up, I want to jump to the leader's den and give us all a reminder that every other clan that we see over here in the context of our story are supposed to be vampire hunter clans. And when we have an alliance with them, it is because the vampires are almost bribing them in a way by giving some resources, like the bones of our dead cats, who obviously have magical properties in them. And the hunters use this to give themselves supernatural strength and stuff during their hunts. So this is how we maintain our alliances. But when our relationships with these hunter clans are bad, obviously they're going to be hunting us because they're the hunters and we're the vampires. So there's that, but I typically don't mess with this. Sometimes I like to jump in and just check to see how alliances are going, but it's not something that I mess with. Okay, let's go to the Medicine Cat Den and see what's been going on over here. Twilight Fade feels relieved at the lack of pain in his head. His headache seems to have finally gone away. Twilight Fade was given Daisy as treatment for being paralyzed. The risks associated with their condition are lowered. Owlfeather was given Moss as treatment for recovering from birth. the risks associated with their condition are lowered. Alfeather has recovered from birthing her litter. We did say that she had given birth to Eagle Kit not too long ago. Eagle Kit's headache is gone. Alfeather gathered Catmint, Marigold, and Daisy this moon. Okay, and now for the events. Twilight Fade feels relieved at the lack of pain in his head. We did talk about this just then. Some of the things that we see in the Medicine Cat Den, they are overlapping over here, so I'll kind of skip those. Oh no, Twilight Fade recovered from his headache, but then he wasn't looking where he was going and tripped over a small trunk, spraining his paw. That's kind of why he was curled up when we took a look at him in the cat list. Rumors reach your clan that Crow Petal, one of the, I think, initiates, has died recently. So the cats that we have outside the clan we consider to be initiates who aren't vampires, but for some reason they revere the vampires we have in this clan and they want to become like the vampires. So they kind of linger around and hope that the vampires choose them and turn them into one of their own. Okay, and then let's see. We know that Alfeather has recovered from birthing her litter and Eagle Kit's headache is gone. Let's take a look at their relationships and see what's happening on that front. After completing a chore, Eagle Kit reports to Grandmaster Bluestar. That's adorable, that's his grandmother. Grandmaster Bluestar learns something new about a clanmate from Bloomrise. I did say Twilight Fade was my favorite cat. And along with him, I really like his daughter Bloomrise. Everyone else in the clan, I think, is pretty much related, and they're the only two who are kind of separated in terms of, you know, family trees and bloodlines. But I really like them. I don't know what it is about them. They just seem like so interesting to me. They seem like they have such an interesting story. Bloomrise did go missing for a few episodes in the last season because she was captured by humans, I think, and Twilight Fade was searching and searching and searching for her until he finally found his daughter. We found out later on that Ibis Freckle, is it Ibis Freckle? I think it's Ibis Freckle. Yes. We found out later that Ibis Freckle created an environment where she allowed Bloomrise to be captured because I think they went out on a patrol together. And later on, while Bloomrise was missing, there was an accident that happened on a patrol where Twilight Fade fell off the side of a crumbling walkway on the mountain and he ended up getting paralyzed, and he swears that Ibis Freckle was the one who pushed him. Obviously, Ibis Freckle has never owned up to that, but this family has some beef with her, and I just find it so interesting. Okay, Burnleaf won't take Bloomrise seriously. And then we have Burnleaf getting a bunch of clanmates up for training or morning stretches that they didn't like. Alfeather tries to comfort Burnleaf, but has no idea what happened to make him so gloomy. I think this is daughter and father over here. I mean, Burnleaf just had a, I don't think argument, but he's not getting along well with Bloomrise, and he is mated to Bloomrise's father, so maybe that's why he's feeling a little bit gloomy. Twilight Fade, he is Eagle Kit purring during a nap. Oh, that's adorable. Ibis Freckle is spreading a rumor about Twilight Fade. Well, that's not nice. And we were just talking about the fact that Ibis Freckle, Twilight Fade thinks, is the one who pushed him off that walkway. And I don't know, I kind of agree with him. And now she's like spreading rumors about him. Ibis Freckle. If that doesn't make you guilty, I don't know what does. When Quiet Flight tells Burnleaf about a goal she has, Burnleaf snickers at it. Well, that wasn't too nice, was that? Eagle Kit surprises Quiet Flight with something nice. Then again, I'm just thinking, Quiet Flight is Ibis Freckle's mother. Actually, is she? Is she? I think she is. Is she? Didn't I say that she was? I think she is. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Because I need to check. Where's the family tree? Yes, she is the mother of Ibis Freckle. Okay. I thought I had it wrong, but no, I had that right. So I'm thinking, if Burnleaf is cheesed off at the fact that Ibis Freckle is spreading rumors about his mate Twilight Fade, obviously he's gonna be snickering at Quiet Flight. It's like family beef right now. Family rivalry is happening. Eagle Kit surprises Master Quiet Flight with something nice. That's sweet. That's another one of his grandmothers. Owlfeather knows that Twilight Fade is hiding something. Oh, okay. Maybe Owlfeather knows that Twilight Fade is hiding something about, I don't know, would it be her sister-in-law? Maybe, because Ibis Freckle is mated to her brother Sunnytail. Owlfeather gets some good advice from Eagle Kit about something trivial. That's adorable. It's a mother-son bonding. But I don't think Twilight Fade would tell what he suspects to the rest of the clan. He would kind of keep it to himself. I feel like, if anything, he would have told his daughter Bloomrise, and she's the only one who knows about it. I mean, both of them have been victims to Ibis Freckle in a way. But I don't think they'd cause drama with the rest of the clan. Sunnytail asks Twilight Fade if his fur looks clean. Sunnytail, Owlfeather, and Grandmaster Bluestar had a nice talk while eating. That's really, really cute because it's literally a family. We have Grandmaster Bluestar and her 2 children. Eagle Kit says he hopes Sunnytail has a nice date. That's actually really cute. I remember in the last season, Sunnytail, he is really close to his sister Owlfeather, but for some reason he was not getting along well with his nephew Eagle Kit. But Eagle Kit is so innocent, and I think he is fearless, so that does make sense. Ibis Freckle thinks Eagle Kit is trying to steal one of her friends. Okay. Well, Sunnytail's mate definitely doesn't have a good impression of Eagle Kit. Fullnest thinks that Bloomrise looks nice today. Bloomrise hears Eagle Kit laugh at a clanmate's joke, even though it was lame. Eagle Kit apologized to Twilight Fade for being rude the other day. Look at him, he's so sweet. And that's all we have for the events. Okay, let's take a look at the cat list. So the first thing I want to give us a recap of is our loyalties. This is something that I do when a new cat comes into power or when we have a new season. I did check just now. Nothing has changed from what they already had, so I'm assuming that I did this when Bluestar came into power, but typically everyone is meant to keep the loyalties they have throughout the leader's entire life, because it makes sense. You wouldn't change your opinion on a leader that easily, and you might come with certain prejudices when a leader comes into power. Like if you've known them from beforehand, you'll either support their rise or you won't, and you'll probably stick to that opinion if you feel strongly about it. So I'm going to show you really quickly the loyalties. Within the clan, we have 5 cats that are in support of Bluestar as leader. Those cats are Master Quiet Flight, Owlfeather, Sunnytail, Bloomrise, and Twilight Fade, which is actually quite nice. So Bluestar we know is mated to Quiet Flight, and then we have her 2 children, Owlfeather and Sunnytail. And then my favorite family, Bloomrise and Twilight Fade, they actually are in support of her as well. The other half of the family, which is basically Quiet Flight's family, and I suppose Bluestar's ex-mate, they aren't really happy with Bluestar as leader. We have Ibis Freckle, the problem cat, Fullnest, her brother. Then we have Burnleaf, and we have Eagle Kit. Well, Eagle Kit doesn't count. Eagle Kit doesn't count just yet, because I think the way that I have my rules set up is that for any newborn cats and kittens, I basically check their loyalties when they become Mistwalkers or when they become like adult cats or young adults, because it makes sense that while they're young, they're still trying to figure out their own opinion, and when they finish their apprenticeship, when they finish becoming fledglings, then they have a clearer idea of how they feel about the current leader. So Eagle Kit doesn't count. It's basically Ibis Freckle, Fullnest, and Burnleaf who are not really in support of Bluestar. And the way that I check this or calculate this, it's pretty much the only thing I need the relationship page for. I go into each cat, go to the relationship page, and if the leader is one of the first 4 relationships that the cat has, then I consider them to be close enough to the leader that they are loyal to the leader and they support the leader. So that's basically how I calculate things. Now, one thing I wanted to point out with relationships that really stuck out to me, because we were talking about this plot point with Bloomrise, Twilight Fade, and Ibis Freckle. Bloomrise doesn't have any sort of, like, she knows what Ibis Freckle's done, but I feel like her feelings towards Ibis Freckle is more wary but not so much hatred, because she didn't even know Ibis Freckle had a hand in her disappearance until she came back home and she spoke to her father and she found out about her father's accident, him becoming paralyzed, and what he suspected about Ibis Freckle's nature. So she's wary of Ibis Freckle, but she doesn't carry this weight around in her heart. Whereas for Twilight Fade, he hates Ibis Freckle. He hates her. I mean, think about it. He became paralyzed because of her. And not only that, at that point in life, he felt very hopeless because he had lost his daughter as well. So he was completely on his own. Finding Bloomrise again gave him some bit of hope in life and happiness, but he was kind of going down a very dark place before Bloomrise came back to the clan or found a way back. So he has very strong feelings about not liking Ibis Freckle. But let's go ahead and see what everyone is up to for the day. Grandmaster Bluestar is grooming her already silky soft coat. Master Quiet Flight is basking in a sun ray in the camp clearing. Owlfeather is proud of her ability to care for her clanmates. Sunnytail is soaking in the new leaf warmth. Ibis Freckle wishes she had wings so she could catch birds easier. Fullnest wonders if it's too late to become a whisper. Okay, so he kind of has some aspirations to become a whisper, although right now his brother-in-law Sunnytail is the whisper of the clan. And I only use my whispers, or mediators, to mediate between couples that the clan leader has basically sanctioned to have the next litter, and every cat is only allowed to have one litter in their lifetime, regardless of the litter size and whether or not the litter survives. So this is an important position, whispering romance to the mated cats. And right now, because Sunnytail and Ibis Freckle are the ones who are expecting a litter, obviously Sunnytail can't whisper his own relationship, so everything between them is reliant on external factors. Okay, Bloomrise makes sure to check on a clanmate who's been having a rough time. Burnleaf is having a nice conversation with the cats guarding camp. Twilight Fade is grateful to Sunnytail for his mediation, or for his whispering. Eagle Kit isn't scared of anything, which is adorable. But I imagine the whispers also help, like outside of the main couple that we see, maybe in the background they help mediate between other cats, which is kind of nice. Also, something that I completely missed when I was going through the actual relationships on the events, but I picked up when I was looking at the recording again. In the beginning, when we say that Burnleaf won't take Bloomrise seriously, I'm wondering if Bloomrise was maybe expressing to Burnleaf to be wary of Ibis Freckle, but Burnleaf wasn't taking that too seriously, which Bloomrise was a little bit offended by. But Burnleaf wasn't exactly speaking out against Bloomrise or saying anything bad to her or reprimanding her, because obviously it's his mate's daughter and he knows how close Bloomrise and Twilight Fade are to each other. And the fact that he didn't intend to hurt her, but she took it so badly. Maybe he didn't realize this was something that was a serious matter to her. I think that's probably why he was so gloomy afterwards, because of that unexpected turn of that interaction. That is all we have for the cat list. Let's move on to patrols. And now for the most exciting part of the episode, we have our patrols. So we currently have 32.8 prey and we need 22. We didn't get a notice that we're running low on prey, so we don't have to focus on hunting. We're going to send out Owlfeather first though, because she is our Nightstalker. Okay, let's see what she manages to find. Owlfeather finds a nice spot to sun herself. Owlfeather has a nice rest and soon is successful in gathering some herbs. Marigold and Tansy are gathered. Okay, that was relaxing, but she managed to bring some things back to the medicine cat den. And finally, we're gonna have Bloomrise, Fullnest, Ibis Freckle, Quiet Flight, and Bluestar going out on a patrol. Typically, I randomize my patrols when we have more than 6 cats. I always send out the biggest patrols possible, so if we end up having like 7 cats, we have a patrol of 6 and then a patrol of 1. And if we have 6 or less, then I just kind of select the cats because there's not enough numbers to randomize. But let's see what they get up to. As the patrol gathers together to train under Grandmaster Blue Star's leadership, Fornest admits he thinks he had a vision from Star Clan last night. Proceed, the patrol talks to him about whether it was a real vision as they train. Okay, maybe he had a vision about, at some point, I don't know, becoming a whisper. But the way that the positions work within the way I play, it's on a promotion basis based on age. So the older and wiser cats, they end up moving up the ranks as members die off or retire. And for Fornest to end up in the position of Whisper, it either means that all the cats that are older than him would have retired from places of power, or they would have died off, which is kind of grim. So I don't know if that vision was foreboding or not, but that is pretty much what we managed to get up to this time. I'm really happy to be back with the cats and to see these really fun characters again, get involved in their fascinating stories. I think I've started getting a hang of everything. It always takes me an episode or two before I'm starting to remember like details about relationships or what happened in the past, but I'm excited. And obviously, I think we're all hoping for kittens, right? I want to see kittens. We want to see the clan grow. But okay guys, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.